Well, hello everyone, this is Kabul Lover. I am the clan master of the legendary clan, the Kabul Killers. And today we're looking at two different setups for the M13. One has been put forward by a viewer, and we give our thanks to that viewer for their suggestion. And we're going to compare their suggestion against the suggestion that I put together in an earlier video. So we're going to see both of them side by side. So this suggestion here, the red gun, so when we see the M13 in red, that's we're going to call option B. This is option B, and this is the one that was put forward by one of the viewers of the channel, for which we are most grateful. And you can see that they have gone for enhanced mobility and accuracy over control. Okay, so the big picture of this is that they've gone for extra mobility, slightly better accuracy, but they've lost a lot of control on the gun. Now it's very interesting because in my clan I have a reputation for changing every gun I pick up into an SMG. So this is more of a natural loadout for me, to be honest with you. So I'm quite excited about it. That doesn't mean it's going to be good. It may be fantastic, it may be terrible, I don't know, but personally I do like it when it's loaded out like this, and everyone in my clan laughs at me for making every single gun into an SMG. And it's because I do things like this by boosting the mobility right up and turn it into a more shorter range gun. So you can see they've put the RTC silencer barrel on it. Okay, they put the RTC silencer barrel on it, and they've gone of course for the no stock option, which is something I also did on my loadout. They've gone for granulated grip tape. They've gone for extended mags, so you've got sort of 60 bullets now, so you can fire for a long time in the middle of battles, which is quite nice. And they've gone for the OWC laser tactical. So you can see this is what they've got for their loadout, and you can see that they've got 60 for accuracy, 85 for mobility, 56 for range, and 36 for control. So let's just compare this to, I've called this one fast, M13 fast, or you can call it the B mode. Let's compare it to my one, which I thought was a balanced version of the M13. Here we go. So you can see I've got slightly less accuracy at 57, but still buffed from what it originally was, but a little bit less accuracy. I've got mobility of 78, so you can see that a lot less mobility, although it is still buffed from what it originally was, so I have increased the mobility, but just not as extreme as this one here, which is up at 85. You can see the control I've kept at 43. I haven't sacrificed those 7 points of control, and I have also increased the range to 67. I've increased the range to 67, so you can see it's got 11 points better range, and the viewer has reliably informed me that that extra range will give me a further 3 meters, an extra 3 meters, and that's what's sacrificed, if you like, on the fast gun. But obviously they are being designed for slightly different things. You can see that this one is a more up close and personal one. I can see myself with what I've called the M13 fast, or we call it the red or mode B gun. I can see myself surrounded by players, and because I've got so many bullets and it's so quick, I could probably take them all down without any problems at close range, which of course is an incredibly attractive thing about this loadout. However, with my balanced loadout, I see myself being able to pick off people at range, even though I've got quite a fast gun close up, and I see this as being a more all-round loadout. So we're going to put them both to the test. We're going to call this one, the blue one, we're going to call A, which is balanced, and we're going to call the red one B, okay, which is fast. So we've got balanced versus fast. We're going to go into a match, and we're going to see how they fare. So what I'd like you to do in the comments section is say which of the guns you felt I used better. Okay, now that doesn't mean the loadout's better, that might be just about me. You know, it might be just about me, but it would give a good indication about which loadout is better if you could say which one I used better. Okay, say which one I used better, and then also comment which one you think you will use better. Okay, so tell me which one of these two loadouts you think I used better when you watch the video, and then also tell me which one you think you will be able to use better. It may be the same answer, it may be different answers. Okay, so let's go into a match, and we're trying them both out. So just for my own memory, they're both on 7 and 8. 7 is A, 8 is B. Let's go. Okay, so here we are. It's rapid fire on Crash. So let's see how we get along. It's very likely what I do is I use the one of the guns first, and then I use the other gun. Okay, well this is probably a very fair map to be trying it on, because sometimes you might want to be up close and personal, and sometimes you might want a bit of range. So it's a fair map, I think, to try it. So you can see, first of all, we're going for the viewer's loadout. Which we've called B, and you can see it's got those 60 bullets in there, so you can keep firing for quite a long time. Grenade coming over the top. Oh, shot straight away. Wasn't as fast as I'd hoped. Let's look, see how fast this gun really is. Anyway, I think this map should be good for both types, because you do get a bit of up close and personal fighting, and you do get a bit of... I feel a bit slow with it, to be honest with you, but I don't know why that is. Okay, it was alright. Fine. I didn't get to take out both players, which is what I hoped with this. You know, I'd hoped that I'd been able to take out both players, really. But, never mind, let's keep looking. As I say, every chance it's the player and not the loadout. We have to be honest about that. And to make sure I'm trying my hardest, this is obviously for points for the... Yeah, it's just not quick enough again. I mean, if that was a PDW, which, you know, I'm very well accustomed to, it's probably my favourite gun, I think I would have killed that person. And which is why I always try and make these things into SMGs, which is why I thought I'd really love this loadout. Let's keep looking. Of course, this is, I'd say this is a stalking gun. You're never going to be picking people off at range with this gun. This just hasn't got the range on it. At least I don't think so. I will try a range shot though if I get the opportunity, but I did try one against that wall, and it wasn't possible. But let's go up here and see if we can try and find somebody. There it goes, a range shot. Okay, the range is not bad. If I hadn't got bitten in the arse by a dog, it might have been better. But yeah, okay, remember that range shot, so it didn't quite take him out. Would the slightly extra range have been helpful? I'm being shot from the side now. Lucky that's probably now been shot in the back. Okay, this is enough. Let's change over to the other loadout. So this is the more balanced gun. Let's see if it makes any difference whatsoever. I mean, there is an argument, of course, you can give the best loadout in the world to the worst player and it won't work. So... Oh, why am I calling dogs? Wow! There you go, that's one in the eye for the balanced loadout. How on earth I managed to kill him by hip firing from there, I don't know. It might be because of the extra mobility in it. Ooh, nasty. And again, so I think that range... No, look, I'll be honest with you. I do really think this balanced loadout is better. That's not to take anything away from the viewer who I'm delighted contacted us to say what they thought the best loadout was. And again, it might be that they should do a video if they do a video. If they are a YouTuber, if you do a video, post it up with my loadout versus your loadout and we can watch it. Or if you're not a YouTuber, just make a video and I'll arrange for you to send it to me and I'll put it up with you using the two loadouts just to see what you think. But so far I think I've been faring a lot better with this balanced loadout. But I'll be honest with you, I didn't really want that. I wanted it to be better with your loadout because I'd like the idea of somebody contributing to the channel like you have and commenting and stuff. So I'm sorry it seems to be working out that my balanced loadout is better than the fast loadout that's been supplied. But yeah, as I said, that could be just that. Maybe I'm just a terrible player, and really my loadout, this balanced loadout, is just overcoming a lot of my weaknesses. Whereas the loadout that you provided, that fast loadout, maybe that's just for real sort of top professional guys, you know, who overcome their own weaknesses with their play and don't need the gun to sort those weaknesses out. Perhaps that's it. But yeah, so far I must say, I've had a much better time since I've switched guns. I mean, to be fair, this is the only variable I've changed. Everything else in the loadout's exactly the same. you know, in terms of the rest of my loadout, grenades and skill operators, everything's exactly the same. The only thing I've changed is the gun, and now I seem to be racking up the kills, and it does seem to be the change of the gun. What I would say is things don't always follow logic. Like, interestingly enough, the PDW this season apparently has received a buff, a small buff, but I'm finding that when I use the PDW on the loadout that I've used for some time on it, which I think is optimal, I'm finding that it's decreased its potency slightly, even though officially it's been buffed. So I don't think these things are always as scientific perhaps as we think. There's part science, part art to it, you know? So part is a skill, part is science, part is artistic. But I'll be honest with you, I mean, it has. I mean, look, you just see that the difference. That is the range there. You just see the range and the stability it had at that range on that shot there. You can just see how it's making the kills a lot easier. So I am going to have to say that this gun is the winner. This loadout is the winner. Sorry. So yes, this is the balanced loadout. So I'm going to have to say that this is the better loadout over the fast one. But that's just for me, and I'd encourage all viewers, try both of these loadouts, because I have a lot of respect for the person that commented and said that this might be a better loadout. And I don't think just the fact that it's not the best loadout for me that they've suggested doesn't mean it's going to be the best loadout for most people and the best loadout for yourself. So you should definitely try both of these loadouts and let me know which one you get on best with, because I mean, look, for me there's just no competition. This is by far the superior loadout. It really is. There's just no way around it. It really is far superior. But that's for me and my style of play. And obviously when I put it on as in terms of how do I see it being used, how would I be playing with it. And that doesn't make it necessarily a fair test, because a different player may use the same gun in a completely different way, meaning that they get completely different results. And so, as I say, to the person that very kindly posted their comment and their suggested loadout, if you don't have a YouTube channel, then please do send me a video if you're using both, and especially if it shows your one being better, and I will post it. If you do have your own YouTube channel, then obviously just put a link underneath this video and people can go and watch it, and we can share the knowledge. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed playing. Look, to be honest, I've stuck on my loadout now, haven't I, almost for the rest of the game, because I just found it almost unplayable with the other loadout. But that's just me. I don't think that necessarily means that's going to be right for everyone. But the nice thing about this kind of gun customization stuff is that obviously now we all have a choice, don't we? We're not sort of stuck with one loadout or another. We can actually use any loadout we wish. And there we go, you've got victory. So, for me, clearly a clear winner in relation to which gun was best, and it was the balanced version of the gun, version A, the blue one. So when you watch this video back, that's the balanced one, and I felt that was far superior to loadout B, which was the red one, which was incredibly fast. But as I say, let's not take that as an absolute fact. Let's just say that that's for me. That was the better one for me. But it could be that my playing abilities are not as good as some other people, and that means that the gun was compensating. The balanced gun was compensating for maybe my lack of talent in some areas. Whereas perhaps the B version of the gun is for incredibly talented players that don't need the gun to do that, to help them. It's possible that that's the case. But definitely for me, when looking at that comparison of the balanced gun versus the fast gun, I would personally equip the balanced gun all day long. But obviously I'm really interested to know what you've all got to say. I'm interested to know what your thoughts are, so please make sure you post them in the comments section for us. Let us know your opinion on these loadouts. And also, of course, I'd just like to remind you, if you've enjoyed this video, or even if you've hated it, but you like being annoyed, then please to subscribe to the channel, because obviously we need subscribers. And the way we approach things is very much with respect to everyone. So if you have a better idea or a better loadout, send it through to us and we'll try it out, and then we can all have a discussion about what we think is better and try and learn together. All right, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Goodbye.